Hello and welcome to the San Diego Unified Visual and Performing Arts program. This is an online distance learning program and I am Miss Bianca. I am going to be your instructor and your guide for the Theater Arts program. I am so happy you could all join me and I hope you have a wonderful time learning more about theater. Now, let's talk about what we'll be doing today. Today, at the end of this class, you will be able to say, I can define theater, I can define actor, and I can warm up my voice, my body, and my imagination. So, why will we need to do that? In this program, you're going to learn more about what it takes to be a good actor and to be prepared to act on a stage. So some of you may have been in a play before. Some of you may have learned about theater before. But this program is all about you. Why theater right now? Because we can do theater everywhere. Usually we would be on a stage in a theatrical setting and we would go and there would be an audience full of people to enjoy a play. Right now, since we're all working and learning from home, we are going to learn how to take our theater skills and use it in our very own homes and also with our other classmates and teacher. So these exercises are going to help equip you to be a better actor on stage. Now, make sure you are in a space where you can move around freely. Make sure there's not a lot of stuff on the floor around you. Make sure you can move your arms freely, move your legs freely. That's a really big leg. And make sure that you have enough space to adequately play. Because in theater, it's all about using the space that we have. So now, in this exercise, we are going to be role-playing. This means we're going to pretend to do something that we're not really doing. However, we're going to use our imagination. I am going to describe a scenario to you, and after I describe that scenario to you, you are going to role play or pretend to do that scenario. But I want you to really see and feel and hear and taste and touch everything that you would normally feel if you were really doing this activity in real life. Why are we doing this as an actor? Because as an actor, we have to do this all the time. On stage, we have to pretend sometimes that we're doing something we're not really doing. Here is your first scenario. I am going to do it with you, but of course, you interpret this based on what you think you would do if you were doing this activity. So, our first scenario, number one, you are going to be picking flowers. So, we are going to pretend to pick flowers. Imagine that you're outside and you can feel the wind all around you. It's springtime, so there's lots of flowers to pick. You can pick from any color that you like. There are red flowers, yellow flowers, even blue flowers where you are. You want to try to pick each flower individually and make sure that you're careful not to pull too many out of the ground at one time. You want to make sure that each flower you take care of very, very gently. Now, if we're picking flowers, where will we put these flowers? I want you to pretend to have a basket. This basket you will use to place the flowers in one by one. Maybe you might gather enough flowers to give someone a gift a little bit later. The sun is shining, you can feel it on your skin, and you can smell all of these beautiful flowers. And now we will end that scene. Whenever we're ready to end the scene, I will just say scene. Scene means that we are finished with that part of the exercise. Now, let's try another role play scenario. In this role play scenario, we are going to pretend to be swimming. So, get yourselves ready to dive in. On the count of 3, let's swim. 1, 2, 3. All right, so make sure you're moving your arms exactly the way you would if you were swimming. Make sure that you can feel the water against your body. Try to go under the water and then try to come on top of the water. Now, make sure that you're pressing against the water because there are waves in this ocean that you're swimming in. Smell the smells of the sea, of the ocean, and feel the water pressing against your skin and against your face. Now, you have reached the shore. Come slowly out of the water because it's getting a little bit cold. That water was really, really cold, and your body is soaking wet. Now, you are going to shake off your body to get all of that water off of your body and so that you can warm up a little bit more. And scene. Great job, actors. Okay, actors, your third scenario is you are going to pretend to be a camel. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. It must be so hard being a camel. I have to carry a lot of stuff on my back each and every day. So you want to imagine what it's like to move like a camel. How they move their legs. How does their back feel? How does their neck feel? How slowly does a camel move? Or maybe you're a very fast camel that moves very quickly. Imagine how heavy it must be to carry things on your back. And imagine how heavy it must be to carry all of this water in your humps. Now, allow yourself to feel the desert sun because you're a camel in the desert and it must be terribly hot. Allow yourself to move on the sand just like a camel would. And scene. Great job. Now remember, this was an imagination warm-up exercise. If you would like to do any of that exercise again, you can pause the video right now and do the exercise again. We'll be here waiting, or I'll be here waiting whenever you're done. An actor uses their body, their imagination, and their voice to tell a story on stage. So today, we are going to learn more about what it's like to be an actor and to prepare our bodies to act on stage. So remember, theater is the art of acting out a story live on stage. Now, in your case, your audience may be whoever's in the house with you. Or your audience may be your other classmates, or your audience may be your teacher, or your audience may be a collection of teddy bears you have. We always have to be prepared to show our story to our audience in the clearest way possible. So, an actor has 3 tools that they use to act out a story on stage. Can you remember what they are? Of course, one of them is imagination. The second one would be our voice. The other thing we have to be prepared to use is our body. So we are going to do a warm-up exercise right now. We're going to start with our head, just moving our head. So we're going to move our head back and move our head forward. Now we're going to move our head to the side and then move our head to the other side. Now we're going to move our head all the way around, and now we're going to move our head to the opposite direction, all the way around. Excellent work. So now I want you to focus on moving your shoulders. You're going to move one shoulder, just your right shoulder, up and down. Now you're going to move your left shoulder, up and down. Now you're going to move both shoulders, up and down at different times. And now you're going to shake your shoulders as much as you can. And now you're going to relax. Now we're going to focus on our arms. So we're going to place our arms in this direction. And we are going to open our arms and close them. Open and close. Open, close, open, and close. So we're warming up this part of our arms. Now we're going to use one of our arms, just our right arm, and make big circles with that right arm. Now make sure, be careful, make sure that there's plenty of space around you to move your arm. Now let's move our left arm. Huge circles with our left arm. Now let's move both arms. Excellent job. And we're warming up our arms a little bit faster, and release. Excellent. So your upper body should feel very warm. Now we're going to focus on our lower body. We're going to move just our leg. So we're going to bend our knee and pull our right leg up to our chest. And we're going to bend our left leg. Now bend right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now faster, faster, and release. Excellent. So now, this time, we are going to shake just our right hand and just our left hand. Now we're going to shake both hands, and we're going to shake just our right foot and just our left foot. And now we're going to shake both our right hand and our left hand and our right and left feet and release. Excellent job. Now your body should feel a little bit warmer. Remember, as an actor, you want to make sure that your body is fully prepared to do whatever is possible or whatever is necessary on stage. So that includes making sure that your body is warm and ready to go with lots of energy. So remember, you can pause the video right now if you would like to repeat any of those exercises from before. And always feel free to pause the video at any time if you would like to repeat something again, or if you want to hear the explanation of an instruction over again. Now, let's continue. Actors, I would like for you to join me on the stage to talk a little bit more about acting. Now remember, whenever we are acting, we want to make sure that we are flexible enough to do anything that we may need to do. An actor may have to play a lot of different people or animals or sometimes even objects. So you want to be prepared in your imagination to be able to make believe any story that you receive. You want to be prepared in your body to be warm and physically ready to do anything that your character would do. And you want to make sure that you get your voices ready. As an actor, we have to use our voices on the stage. And we have to act on a stage in front of sometimes a lot of people. Sometimes we're on a stage outside, or sometimes we're in our homes, acting for the people in our homes. But we still have to make sure that everyone can hear us clearly. This is why we have warm-up exercises for our voice. So today, the first warm-up exercise for our voices will be simply to count to 10. However, we are going to count to 10 using our diaphragm. So what is a diaphragm? And it's the muscle that you use to push air out of your mouth or out of your throat. So how do we use our diaphragm as an actor? I want you to take both of your hands and place them on your stomach. You are going to use your hands to gently push your stomach. And as you push your stomach, I want you to say the word ha. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Ha. Again. 1, 2, 3. Ha. Again. 1, 2, 3. Ha. Excellent. Notice when you push your stomach, you're using your diaphragm muscle. And when you use your diaphragm muscle, you can push air out of your mouth and make your voice travel much further. So in theater, we want to make sure everyone can hear us in the entire audience. So we have to project our voices. And we do that by using our diaphragm. So we're going to do an exercise. In this exercise, we are simply going to count to 10. So on the count of 3, I want you to count with me. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. So notice that we were using our diaphragm. Remember to use your hands to press on your stomach as you're saying those numbers. We're going to do it a little bit differently this time. I want you to say the numbers, but I want you to start really, really quietly and then get louder as you say the numbers. Do it with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to go backwards. We're going to start really loud and then get much, much, much more quiet. Okay, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. So notice that we're warming up our voices loudly and very softly too. So this time we're going to say our numbers again, but we're going to say it like a drill sergeant. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job, drill sergeant. This time we are going to say our numbers as though we are a tiny, tiny child. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice that I was still using my diaphragm to push the words out of my mouth. Excellent job, actors. You're doing great. So now we are going to transition into another voice exercise. This voice exercise is what we call a tongue twister. You may have done these before. These are phrases that we use that are sometimes difficult to say because of the way we pronounce our words. Let's try our first tongue twister. Here we go. Our first tongue twister is, say these words after me, unique New York. Now we're going to say it 6 times on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Unique New York. 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 Excellent job. Now we're going to speed it up a little bit, but we are going to do it with a different tongue twister. This tongue twister is red leather, yellow leather. Repeat it after me one more time. Red leather, yellow leather. Excellent. Now we're going to say it 6 times a little bit faster. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Red leather, yellow leather. 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 red leather, yellow leather, and red leather, yellow leather. Excellent job, actors. Notice that these words are very similar, but they force us to use different parts of our tongue and our teeth in order to really pronounce the words. So now, here is your next tongue twister. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Shellfish.
Shellfish?
Okay. Repeat after me. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Excellent job, actors. So each and every week we will have more tongue twisters, and sometimes we will use the same tongue twisters, but we will say them a little bit faster. Now, keep in mind, I know you may have your very own tongue twisters, or maybe you can create your own tongue twisters. If you would like to create your own tongue twisters and try some of those right now, feel free to pause the video and try out some of your own tongue twisters. Or if you would like to repeat any of the tongue twisters we said before, you can pause the video now too, and we will wait for you until you return. Excellent job, actors. I am very proud of you for all of the work that you've done in the first day of our online distance learning program for theater arts. Today we learned about warming up our bodies. We learned that theater is the art of acting a story live. Again, I am Miss Bianca, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And now for homework. You are going to be starting your very own theater journal, similar to the one we see here. Now, it can be any notebook that you have, so you just want to have a notebook that you can use just for this theater program, or if you just have some sheets of paper, you can staple them together or tie them together with a string. Any of that will do, as long as this will be your very own theater arts journal to yourself. So in your theater arts journal, we are going to be writing about our experiences as actors. Or you also have the option to do a digital journal. This means that you will record yourself doing some of the acting exercises that we learn about in our daily program. So if you would like to do a digital journal, talk to someone at your home or your teacher about using either a cell phone, maybe an iPad, a computer, or a camera. Anything with a camera can work, to record yourself each time you finish a theater arts exercise. In your written journal or in your digital journal, you will be completing homework exercises each day after our online theater session. So here are your homework questions. Your first question, which warm-up was your favorite? Was it the imagination exercise? Was it the voice exercise? Or was it our body warm-up? Pick one of those warm-ups and tell me, why was that warm-up your favorite? Question number 2, how did you feel after completing your favorite warm-up? Did you feel excited, energetic? Did you feel like you were ready to take on the world? Tell me, how did you feel? Question number 3, how could this warm-up exercise help you with other academic activities? For example, maybe if you do the imagination exercise before you have to take a test, it can help you relax. And question number 4, why is it important to pay attention to your body, to your imagination, and to your voice as an actor? If you would like to do any of these exercises again, feel free to pause the video and to repeat any exercises that we've done before. Remember, everything that we've learned about in class today is all about getting our bodies and our mind and our voices prepared for the stage. But you can use these exercises at any time in your life. Anytime you're about to communicate with another person, or if you're about to do a really big activity and you want to make sure that your imagination, your voice, and your body is prepared to do it. Thank you so much for joining me in this wonderful world of theater. I'm Miss Bianca, and I will see you next time.